Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
I'm with Sanjay Jha, former Congress spokesperson, recently suspended in the wake, hours after Sachin Pilot, former Deputy Chief Minister of Rajasthan, was sacked on Wednesday night. Sanjay, welcome to ThePrint.
My pleasure, and very, very happy to be here with you, Jyoti.
So Sanjay, lots of formers in this interview. You're the former Congress spokesperson. Sachin is the former Deputy Chief Minister of Rajasthan. You were suspended. Is that a correct designation for you?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the Congress is changing. Unfortunately, not for the better.
Mm-hmm. So what happened? Why did they suspend you?
Well, I think you'll have to ask them. I just wrote a couple of articles, very constructive, actually putting out recommendations for how the Congress needs to organizationally renew itself, sort out its leadership vacuum, which is the big elephant in the room that very few Congress leaders talk about.
No, one second. Let's talk about this elephant in the room. What do you mean by that?
Well, Mr. Rahul Gandhi resigned as the Congress president in June 2019. Mm-hmm. Now it's over a year.
Okay.
What did he write in his letter of resignation? I do not want to appoint a leader, and I'm quoting him, Jyoti.
Yeah.
And I would like a non-Congress, non-Gandhi dynasty leader to take over.
Right.
He also said that I would like to empower the CWC to select a new leader. It's been over a year, and we have no one to give direction to the party, which is currently having only 52 seats in the Lok Sabha and had 44 in 2014.
But you have an interim Congress president, you have Sonia Gandhi. And listen, if you have elections in the Congress party, there's no question, hands down, Rahul Gandhi is going to win.
Well, Rahul Gandhi said that he was not interested in coming back. So the tricky, intriguing question is that if he's changed his mind, I think it will be at a great cost to his own personal credibility and to the organizational character that the Congress party represents. There are people saying so now that he needs to walk the talk. And there is plenty of talent, Jyoti, within the Congress, which can actually take over the mantle of leadership and give Congress the direction and strategy it needs to win 2024. I think with every day we lose, we do a serious damage to the grand old party.
So what are you saying? You're saying that Rahul Gandhi must go?
I do believe that the time has come for the Congress party to reinvent, re-engineer itself without the Gandhi family. And now this is not taking away, Jyoti, from the contribution that the Gandhi family has made, not just to the party, but to the country. I mean, that's history is evidence of what they have done. Sure. Their sacrifices are legendary. But what we are talking about is contemporary politics. Mm-hmm. Congress today has withered. And, any Congress leader who tells you that, we are ready to take on the BJP is clearly living in a fool's paradise. Now, you can wake up a sleeping person, but what do you do with somebody who's pretending to sleep?
So, I'm sure Rahul Gandhi knows, or Sonia Gandhi knows, and Priyanka Gandhi know what you're talking about. What do you think?
I hope so. Because you see the danger that the Congress party has, and I don't think it has recovered from its old political culture of this cabals and coteries and caucuses. And there are people who come and tell you that, everything will only be hunky-dory if you are there in command. And ultimately, you're indispensable to the party's future, which I think is, these are the concoctions. These are the orchestrated deceptions that are damaging the Congress party as we talk.
So what do you think the sacking of Sachin Pilot has done to the party?
I think it's a manifestation of how fragile we have become. The man who won you the election in 2018, when I say, he's the principal campaigner, there were others who played a role. Obviously, it is always a collective force. But when the man who wins you the election against all odds, remember, Jyoti...
Ashok Gehlot has 100 MLAs in Rajasthan today. Surely he is the man of the hour. And he was the man also in the 2018 election in Rajasthan.
Yeah, with due respects to Mr. Gehlot, I do believe that he's got a man with a great political stature. But he was also the chief minister when the Congress party was reduced to 21 seats in 2013, right? And in politics, what is the bottom line, Jyoti? Is are you winning or are you not? It's a very straightforward political calculus. Right. So to answer you, Jyoti, between 2013 to 18, Sachin Pilot, to the best of my estimates, traveled over 5.5 lakh kilometers within Rajasthan. Why don't we compare that to what Mr. Gehlot or any other leader in the Congress party did? He should have been made chief minister in 2018. Plain and simple, I think that's a non-negotiable fact. And the decision to actually make Mr. Gehlot a chief minister for the third time is the reason why the Congress is today washing his dirty linen in public in Rajasthan and elsewhere.
But what is the impact of Pilot's sacking on the party?
Well, it's tragic because along with Jyotiraditya Scindia, Sachin Pilot was considered to be a leader, or is considered to be a leader. He's not joining the BJP, by the way. Is considered to be a leader who has a great political future within the party. Now, if you're going to humiliate them by sacking them from their position, more importantly, having a kind of a threat given to him by the chief minister, publicly using the office of the anti-terror squad. I mean, these are bizarre developments. This is grotesque. And, end of day, we are committing political harakiri.
So what's happening in the Congress party? Who is taking all these decisions to humiliate somebody like Sachin Pilot, who's clearly worked very, very hard for the party?
Listen, Jyoti, one thing is apparent, that we still do not have a performance culture. I hate to say this, but the only way you can prosper and come back against the mighty force of the BJP is when people with talent are given an opportunity. Now, there are a lot of people who are saying that Mr. Gehlot has a lot more MLAs supporting him. Yes. But why don't we go back to the sequence of events? Mr. Gehlot was actually chosen as the chief minister, and then he went back to Jaipur and the legislators supported him. Now, if you choose somebody, obviously the legislators are not going to protest because they know that the high command has chosen that person. In a more transparent system, there should have been a secret ballot. And by the way, if Mr. Gehlot has been a chief minister 3 times, obviously there are political allegiances that will be in his favor. So I think, we are missing the woods for the trees. If one had to be a chief minister on performance, it had to be Sachin Pilot. And thereafter, Sachin Pilot has not been allowed to grow. He said it on various TV shows. Why should he lie? I mean, he's not crazy to be lying about his own political future.
But Sanjay, if Sonia Gandhi is interim president, Rahul wants, he's been a former president. But nobody reached out to Sachin. Where were the Gandhis? Priyanka, we were told, called Sachin Pilot the first evening.
Well, the truth, Jyoti, is that you don't need to send these emissaries to Jaipur to fix what is clearly an intractable challenge for the Congress. We are just going through these synthetic motions of trying to bring a reconciliation. What was the ideal way to sort out the problem? The political leadership should have known for a long time, for the last 18 months, that both of them were not able to work together. That would damage the Congress in 2023. And, ultimately you have to have the political intelligence to see where you're headed. So all that the Congress president or the interim president or the de facto president had to do was to call the leaders in and say, let's sort it out over a meal, over one full day, where we lock ourselves in the room, sort out portfolios, sort out maybe Sachin Pilot becomes the chief minister in another 6 months, whatever. I mean, there are solutions to every problem.
But you're doing all this now because you've been a suspended member of the party or spokesperson. How come you didn't say all of this before?
We did. I mean, the truth is that the Congress party does not have a dynamic internal platform for frank exchanges anymore. Tell me, why would I write an op-ed? If tomorrow I write an article for ThePrint telling you what led to my sacking, shouldn't I be hearing it from the party? Can you imagine yesterday, I was doing a show on NDTV. I think that wrapped up around 10 o'clock, approximately around 10. A couple, then I get a WhatsApp about some notice that I have been sacked or suspended or whatever. I thought that could be fake news. I didn't know. The moment I have a glass of water, get back into my drawing hall, I see the news flashing on NDTV. I'm suspended after years of being in the Congress party. And by the way, Jyoti, for the record, I worked with Rahul Gandhi and Mrs. Sonia Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi pre-2004 elections when the Congress was written off. I'm very happy to share with you that I had a role to play, no matter how small it may be. I'm not trying to, do a commercial of myself here. In the Congress scripted comeback in 2004. And 16 years later, I've been suspended from the party with not even a courtesy where somebody calls me and says, well, these are your laundry list of shenanigans or contraventions or misdemeanors. Nothing.
So what do you think is going on in the Congress? Is it that the Gandhis are out of touch with people? They don't want to be in touch? What do they want?
I think it's for Mrs. Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi, and to a lesser extent even Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, to talk to the people, hold a media conference and say what's going on. You can't write these tweets lambasting media all the time. I'm a big believer that although large sections of mainstream media have now become, unfortunately compromised, but there are many of them also out there who are trying to battle out for an inclusive democracy in India.
But you're also saying that you want Rahul Gandhi and Sonia and Priyanka to say this. But why? But what's the problem? That's what I don't understand. What is the issue with the Gandhis? Why has it become this, as if no one else but the Gandhis?
No, Jyoti, I don't think it will be fair to only blame the Gandhis. And there is a Congress working committee, by the way, which has got some Titanic, figures who have led the Congress in the past, and I have a lot of respect for many of them who actually believe that the Congress party is a sinking Titanic because it is not seeing the writing on the wall. But there are also many within the Congress working committee who are very happy with the status quo. They want to perpetuate their hold in for whatever, I don't know what their personal trip is, but the bottom line is damaging the party. So I think some members of the CWC or the majority of the CWC, and definitely whoever is the Congress leader, I don't know, has to play a very active role going forward. And at the moment, if we are in a crisis, they are responsible.
So would you say that Sonia Gandhi is unwilling to see the writing on the wall?
I do believe that she's a remarkable woman. I have the hugest respect for Mrs. Gandhi. I mean, the way she has battled out personal tragedies and held the Congress together during extremely difficult predicaments is remarkable. But in politics, you got to move on. I mean, did the Congress expect Mr. Modi and Mr. Shah to dominate politics as they have since 2014? No. So either you rechange your strategy or you kind of put new faces into play. But you definitely can't be static and status quo. And that's the failure of the Congress party.
What is the accusation against her? Is it that she wants to propel her son into the top job of the Congress party?
Well, Rahul was made the Congress president. Rahul's since quit. And if Rahul... And I do believe that, if the last CWC election was held in 1997 and the Congress president's election, frankly, happened around the same time, we have become a monumental joke. Inner party democracy in the Congress party stands compromised. And until we become transparent, allow people to throw their hat in the ring and not get vindictive on people who are giving you feedback and criticism, I don't think the Congress party will be able to take on the BJP. That's a hard truth. And I'm saddened by that reality.
But lots of things you've just said, Sanjay. You're calling the Gandhis vindictive. You're saying that they have to allow greater inner party democracy. But the fact remains that if there is greater inner party democracy and there are elections today, like I said before, the Gandhis would win hands down.
Well, that brings forth, that beggars the question. Why don't they have an election and get the mandate on? It's simple. If there's anybody in the Gandhi family, yes, they're hugely popular within the Congress franchise. I'm aware of that. Particularly in South India, I'm aware of that too. But the truth is, there should be an election. 5 people should be able to take you on. Rahul Gandhi actually tried the primaries model in Karnataka. What stops the Congress party from doing it at the center? So let's take a hypothetical situation. Supposing Shashi Tharoor, Sachin Pilot, let's say Anand Sharma, let's say Milind Deora, Rahul Gandhi want to compete for becoming the Congress president. Well, let them all go out there, pitch their story, give their blueprint. I mean, that's what the Congress party ought to be. Sadly, we are opaque and we are, hiding behind some, iron curtain. And this is not the Congress that Gandhi and Nehru imagined for sure.
So are the Gandhis stifling the Congress party?
My answer to that will be that the Congress is stifling itself.
On this note, Sanjay Jha, thank you so much for speaking to ThePrint and all the best for your future. Continue to read us, write for us, we hope, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Well, I can tell you one thing, you guys are doing a great job. I'm very proud of the online portals. All of you are brilliant. Thank you very much.